Almost started talking. Everybody, it is me, Chavez. We are back with another day, another player prop talk live stream here on the channel. As always, hope this content finds you doing well and in good spirits. Hope each and every one of you had a good Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I know we had one spoiled taco for sure. But the Lugo taco worked out for us. We'll get into that later, but I don't know about the Jewel Lloyd. If you played the Jewel Lloyd taco, let me know in the chat if it hit. I just didn't have it in me to make more slips at that time of the day with limited value on the board. I feel like it's just a trap. Piecing slips together all last minute, and I just rather just not do that shit. So yeah, what's up, T? Yeah, let's get on with the show. Hashtag blessed, as we always start off the stream. 10% of US population dies every single day, every single night in their sleep. If you're listening, watching this, you did not die in your sleep. So congrats on another day. Go do something, go do something cool, or not your day. And we move on. I will say though, choose your attitude. Make sure your attitude is right. You don't have to go out and do crazy stuff and monumental things and achieve milestones every day. But I feel like if you have a good attitude, you're doing all right for yourself. Choose it before somebody else chooses it for you. Choose it before something else chooses it for you. So often we get tied into things, and before you know it, you're mad and disgruntled and upset about shit. You don't even know why. So choose your attitude, set it in stone, and then go on with your day. Make a good choice today. Speaking of good choices, there are a few things better, but better's a good choice. First time deposit match up to 250. There's my QR code. Scan it. If you're using your laptop, your iPad, TV to view this stream, you can use your phone to scan that QR code. However, if you're on your phone, but you might have a second phone, you can use your second phone to scan that code, or you can just click the link in the stream description and it'll do just the same. First time deposit match up to 250. What a good time to use this out, because nice little Kyrie Irving promo going on BETR. Last series it was Luka, so you'll be seeing Kyrie's face on this slide throughout the playoffs as long as they have it up. It is a free entry. I mean, it is a free bet. 0.5 points for Kyrie Irving. Needs to go over. You do need to pair that with one other play. You cannot just take action on this play. That's how pick'em sites go out of business. So you do need to still make one other play, but you know at least one of those legs. One of those legs is going to hit for you. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm using the Kyrie Irving promo, you can check that out over in the Discord. I'll be sharing that with everybody by the latest tomorrow morning, if not by this afternoon, just depending on if there's anything I really want to lock in today. But whenever I post it, you can find it over in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, a few different ways to join. I guess the easiest way to join is just to sign up for a 10-day pass, $9.99, $1 a day. Pretty straightforward. DM me. Hey, I want to sign up. Let's do it. Set you up, get you in the premium where I share all my slips and picks. Certain days I just share my slips. Certain days I share 10 to 15, 20 picks plus slips. Really just depends on the value, to be honest with you. But you can take those picks and build your own slip, or if you just want me to do it for you, you can just tail my slips. So I try to provide both. Certain days it may just be the slips, but still tail those and make a little profit. 1 month, $19.99. If you've been in the Discord if you signed up for a month, or if you have been a part of the premium already, then you qualify for the referral program. So refer a friend, get 10% off your month. That's super easy. Nice little discount there. Or you can just sign up for the full year and save 20% right off the top. So do the math. Do the math on that one. It is a lot less per month when you do for the full year. A year's a long time. I understand that. I get it. Probably end up making your money back within the first 30 days. If you were telling any of the things that we presented to you in the Discord in April and May, you definitely made profit. You definitely made profit as we were up on the month in both ROI and units. So profit is there. Just got to get in there and take advantage of it. Speaking of take advantage, let's take advantage of some plays today, some value on the board. We're talking PrizePicks, underdog, jock market, better, sleeper, wherever you play. Today's Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. We're talking all that good shit here on the stream. Yesterday, we had the PrizePicks and underdog dashboard pulled up. However, today, underdog is giving me some issues where it is just denying access. Check this out. You thought PrizePicks was being funny. This site can't be reached. Underdogfantasy.com. So unable to pull up underdog. Now, it might just be something with, again, my Wi-Fi, because I can pull up the underdog app on my phone. Just can't pull it up on desktop. So maybe I need to switch to Safari. The problem with that is the streaming software that I use is through Chrome. So can't flip back and forth between Safari and Chrome. Won't be able to see the page. So be nice to have an underdog desktop app like PrizePicks does. So you know what? Today, we're just not going to worry about underdog. I did want to pull up the slip that we talked about yesterday and build out on underdog. Unfortunately, it did not hit for us, which was a little frustrating because we built it out over on the stream, and what happened? We built it out over on the stream and I lost connectivity. Hold on. Wow. I feel like every time I pull up underdog, there's an issue. I feel like every time I pull up underdog, there's an issue. So as much shit as I talk about PrizePicks, underdog is worse. I'm going to reload. How about now? Are we good now? Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, as much shit as I talk about PrizePicks, as we talk about PrizePicks, we've never had that happen before. We've never had our stream just stop streaming because underdog decided to not work on desktop. So fuck that. Come to my stream where we have Wi-Fi lags on a consistent basis and shoddy underdog presentation. Yeah, this is how we do it. This is how we do it here on the stream. We're gonna get out in front of some plays today, though. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk some player props that try to figure out again what is happening here. Appreciate y'all's patience. We may just have to keep this super simple today. I have no idea what's going on. But let's just talk about some PrizePicks plays, because that's the that seems to be working for us. Let's do it. All right, so I actually have a slip that I want to build out, assuming that all the plays are still up on the board. I was looking at this prior to us going on stream, and there were a few plays that I really like. So Riley Green over hits, runs, and RBIs, and whatever play that we can look at today, we'll look at it over on props.cash. My presentation kind of got thrown off with all this lagging and stuff, and I don't want to waste time trying to reset everything. So props.cash, we use props.cash every single day. Here, we'll get over to props.cash here in a second. My promo code is in the or referral code is in the description. So thanks 25 if you want to use it, use it. Riley Green over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I was really looking at that Jaron Duran fantasy score, but it got bumped up from 7.5 to 8, I think. So you can miss me with that one. I'm not trying to play the bumps, although you can still play it if you want. There's no statistic that says once a play bumps that it won't go over. I don't know the stats on that. I personally just look to better value. There's got to be another play out there that's better. So we just skip over that one. That was one that I did like earlier today. This one, if it's still on the board, is intriguing to me because this Spencer Schwellenbach got bumped down from 4.5 to 4. Yo, Boston is whiffing at a huge rate. So at 4, I think a push is in play. And now we don't play for the push. You'll hear me say that a lot. We don't play for the push, but man, the matchup today is prime for 5+ strikeouts. So I'm willing to just dig into this one in the stream and put it in a slip if it looks good. A couple of esports plays. Now, can't break these down on we might be able to break these down on props.cash because CS2 is on props.cash. So let's see if we can maybe break these down to give a little insight in as to why. So this one, this nice or niche or however you say this fucking name, was at 29.5. I like the under at 29, and they got bumped down to 28. So I'm done with that one. You could play the over on that one. You could try to do that, but we're just gonna move on. So this one also, Lukov under 28, maps 1-2 kills, got bumped down to 27. So that I'm not touching that one. Experative under 26.5, maps 1-2 kills. So that one is still up on the board. That one I still do like. Nas under 25.5, maps 1-2 kills. You do have to be careful when you're constructing an esports slip or a CS2 slip because PrizePicks will not let you play 2 players on the same team. You try to submit it, they'll deny it. So what you want to do is choose players on different teams. You can pick plays that are in the same game, and that's a good correlation. You know, maybe if you have a team that's heavily favored, you take one side to go over, you take another side to go under. On underdog, you cannot even do that because they'll nerf your payout. So they won't even let you correlate on underdog. PrizePicks still will let you correlate. So we got 4 plays up on the board. We got 2 esports plays. We have 2 MLB plays. Vinny Pasquantino under his total bases. And then to round this one out, nope, that's not what I asked you to do. There you go. Josh Naylor under his total bases. I wanted to build a 6-pick out, but you saw 3 of those esports plays got bumped. We still have, we still have enough to run a 6-pick actually. So there's a 6-pick right there. I like these plays. A few of them I did put on my well, a few of them I did put in a slip already, but a few of them I was too busy researching. So this is a brand new slip. This combination of players. So you have Naylor and Pasquantino under total bases, both of these in the same game. You got Nas under his in his or hers, them or they. 25.5 maps, 1-2 kills. Same for Experative under 26.5. Schwellenbach over 4 strikeouts, and then Riley Green over hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm not going to put 20 on it, but I will put 10 on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to props.cash and we'll break this down. I wanted to lock this in now before something changed, because the last thing I want is to be breaking down a player prop on props.cash, come back to the PrizePicks dashboard, and they bumped it. So if you've never seen props.cash before, this is what it looks like. Again, referral code, promo code, thanks25 is 25% off your first month. So use it for a month, see if you like it. If not, no harm, no foul. Not going to hurt my feelings. But if you do use it, I do get a little something from that. So I really appreciate the support on a couple different levels. I'm not going to lie. I get something from it. So Schwellenbach is not even on props.cash. This motherfucker's so new. He's so new. They don't even have him up on the board. So that's fine. I really wanted to look into that one. He just has one start this year. It's not a big sample size. There's no BVP. There's nothing to look at. I was hoping we'd get some extra lines, something to look at and break down, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. All right. Let's look at this Riley Green hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's find Riley Green first. There you go. This ain't hide and seek, bro. Come on, where you at? Riley Green over 225 hits today, minus 225 hits today. So we're looking at his hits, runs, and RBIs, and that is minus 125 to go over, minus 105 to go under. Little juice to go under, more juice to go over. We're going to look at his hits, runs, and RBIs here. He's projected for 2. You can see that he's gone over this line in 70% of his last games, 70% of his last 10, 80% of his last 5. You got 2 books taking action on this. They're both identical odds, minus 125 to the over, 105 to the under at DraftKings and BetMGM. Numbers against Jose Urania, 2 plate appearances, really nothing to show there. But Riley Green, lefty versus righty matchup over the course of the season has crushed. 271 batting average, 9 homers, 1 triple, 10 doubles, and 26 singles. So ideally, you'd like somebody on base by the time Riley Green comes up the bat. You can bring him home. There you go. 2 hits, runs, and RBIs, just like that. Urania versus lefties like Riley Green. Well, almost identical numbers we're looking at here, aside from the plate appearances. Batting averages are pretty close. Singles given up, doubles a little bit more to righties. Identical power, though. So allowing 3 homers to each side of the plate. Riley Green bats from the left side of the plate. So 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 14 singles for a 250 batting average for Jose Urania. I think Riley Green's in a good spot to go over this one. If you like the over on his hits, runs, and RBIs, and you think there's an extra base hit in there where there's a double or, I don't know, even a home run, plus 450 odds, then you could look to take the over on his fantasy score if you can find that. But I think his hits, runs, and RBIs are in play. All right, this one should be a quicker breakdown because both of these players are in the same game. Whichever one I come across first. Josh Naylor. So we're looking at the under on his total bases today at 1.5. Minus 131 to go under, 104 to go over. He is projected for 1 total base today. I understand he's coming off a pretty strong game where he did go yard, 4 total bases. But we're looking at the larger picture here, and over his last 10 games, I mean, he's either crushing home runs or he's not doing much. You got 6 games in there where he notched 0 bases, and then you got 3 games in there where he got you, I'm assuming those are home runs. 2 home runs, yeah. So it's like Joey Gallo type shit, Giancarlo Stanton type shit. They're either going yard. Chris Davis from the Baltimore Orioles, is that going too far back for you? They're either going yard or they're going back to the dugout, you know. So this one is in play for the under. His numbers against Brady Singer. Now I understand he has a homer and 3 RBIs, but in 20 plate appearances, he has 3 hits in 20 plate appearances. It's not a good percentage. He's only batting 150 against Brady Singer. There's a lot to like about this play. The odds are in favor of the under on DraftKings and Caesars. On Pinnacle, Pinnacle is a little less bullish on the under. So you can just say, hey, 2 books like the under on this one. But technically 3 are favoring the under because 119 is a larger number than 111. All right, Vinny Pasquantino, we're looking at the same line for him. Minus 129 to go under, 106 to go over his total bases. He is projected for 0.95 bases today, so that's basically 1. He doesn't have any plate appearances against Nick Sandlin. I'm assuming that most of these Royals don't have a ton of at-bats versus Nick Sandlin. I mean, that's 1 game. That's a couple of games. That's 1 game. Miguel Garcia is the only one that's posting a strong batting average. I mean, I guess Isbell too, but a lot of guys in the middle not doing a whole lot. One of them being Pasquantino, only 1 plate appearance versus Sandlin. So again, not a huge sample size. So we'll have to look at what he's done against right-handed pitching on the year. 221 batting average, 6 homers, 1 triple, 12 doubles. Sandlin versus lefties, giving up a 140 batting average, 1 homer, 2 doubles, and 3 singles in 47 plate appearances. Now, he is capable of putting up some big numbers, but just kind of like what we saw with Josh Naylor, I mean, this guy is either going heavy or he's not doing much, right? Home run or nothing. In those 3 games, 2 of those games he hit a home run. So now if he hits a home run, he obviously goes well over every one of his player props, but you're really kind of counting on that. This guy hits a home run, he's over. I mean, not much you can do about that. Outside of the home run, he just has 1 game in his last 10 starts where he went over total base prop without hitting a home run. Every other game. Now, if you're taking the under or over on his hits, runs, and RBI, that's a little different because it's very possible for players to have a productive game and only get a single. You can get a single. You can get an RBI single. You can score a run off that single. I mean, that's 3 hits, runs, and RBIs right there. You can draw a walk. So in terms of fantasy points, he's still in play. We're talking about total bases. He either needs to get multiple hits or he needs to get an extra base hit. So I like the under on both him and Josh Naylor from this game. CSGO, CS2. It's not the same thing. It's not, right? I'm looking at the wrong one. So we may not be able to look up. So maybe I misspoke. Yeah. So we can look up CSGO, we can't look up CS2. Whatever. So we put this slip in, and just as I talked about, something got bumped. So Nas got bumped down from 25.5 to 24. So I'm glad I was able to put this slip in prior to the bump. This is what happens. So you either gotta act fast or just be comfortable with the lines moving on you. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. And then something just got taken off. So so Josh Naylor just got removed from our lineup. I hope Josh Naylor isn't being scratched today, because that would definitely throw off this slip. It would make it a 5 pick, which is not a terrible play because I do like the other 5 plays. But if I wanted to play a 5 pick, I just would have picked 5 players. So I want a 6 pick. So hopefully Josh Naylor is playing. Hopefully that line was just getting way too much action to the under, and PrizePicks decided to take it off altogether. It's possible that was what happened here. He's still on the board. He's just not on the board, right? We took the under on his total bases. And so what PrizePicks went ahead and did is they made it they gave you his demon and they gave you his goblin, but you're not able to play his original line. So if you were able to tail that slip, then you locked in some value, it seems. We locked in some value. All right. So Riley Green over. We can't look up Spencer Swellenbach due to just limited information on him only having 1 start this season. But I like the 4 pitcher strikeouts against Boston. Actually, what we could do is we can actually still look at Boston's whiff rates. I think we can still do that. I think we could still do that. I feel like I'm looking at a fucking eye chart with all these damn 3-letter team names. All right, so all right, so I don't know if we're going to be able to look at that, actually. I really don't want to do the individual player, but I do want to see if we can look at some stats, though. It doesn't look like we're able to. Damn. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So again, like no BVP versus this Swellenbach person, you know. But against righties this season. All right, so let's count. We're looking for 20 or more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters that could be in this lineup with a 20+ whiff rate versus right-handed pitching. Then you have 1, 2 that are right there on the border in terms of 19%. Yeah, you got some green in here for sure, but we're looking at strikeouts for this guy. So he needs 5 strikeouts today to go over his line. 4 gets you a push. I mean, within the first 4 at bats, it's possible this is 2 out of 4 strikeouts. Maybe he strikes out the side. I don't know. But throughout the course of this game, he's going to grow. He's probably going to be in long enough to see this lineup 2 times, maybe 3. 3 times around, we're looking for 5 strikeouts. And it's possible that a couple of those strikeouts are from the same player. Low walk rate. So these guys aren't really drawing a whole lot of walks aside from Devers. So they're swinging and missing against righties, and that's what you want. So that's what I was trying to get at with the Swellenbach play. Although we can't look at his numbers specifically, we can look at the Red Sox versus righties. It's not that great in terms of the strikeouts. All right. And Nas just got bumped back up. So this is just another example of how quickly these lines move. We had it at 25, it got bumped down to 24, then it got bumped up to 25. And what's causing that is people just putting the money on this play. And there it goes again. So fuck that play. If you want to play this play, just put it in. Hurry up and put it in. This is ridiculous. I've never seen this play jump that much. All right. I have yet to take a question from the chat. So let's get that. Let's get that going, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. What's going on, JR? Damien, what's up? Vibes, yo, what is up? Wave Lord, what's up? Gilbert, good morning to you. Double G. Is your middle name G? Triple G? G3? ST3? ST3? Bonner hit quick. Yeah, Bonner, I was tracking that slip yesterday. I was like, damn, who hit already? Because you only see the little dots. And I opened it up. It's like, oh shit, she knocked those down fast. All right. Plum PA, Asia over PR, Williams over RA. He's gonna walk every plate appearance. Watch. Who's that? Riley Green? God, I hope not, man. I hope he doesn't get walked every plate appearance. That's why you do want runners on, though, because if runners are on, very rarely are pitchers gonna like walk a player to load the bases. I mean, you got to have a sorry motherfucker coming up to bat, right? Like you got to have somebody up there who's just not gonna hit the ball like out of the infield, or I don't know. Very rarely, right? Like unless it's Aaron Judge or fucking Sammy Sosa. Yeah. So hopefully there's a couple players on base that makes it a little tougher to walk, you know. And maybe he can get that done for us. Let's see. All right, let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these WNBA players for sure. 17 viewers on the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. Your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. All right, clear this shit. All right. It'd be great if Josh Naylor got walked every time or Pasquantino got walked every time. Just don't even give them a chance to hit the damn ball. Just walk every time. Great. Can't get a base off a walk. That's what I would like. Let's head on over to the WNBA tab and let's pull up some PRPA. Asia Wilson Storm looking ass. I do like these photos for these like media day. That's why I appreciate Jimmy Butler's personality on days like that, where everything's taken so seriously and everyone's like, "It's our year. It's just he's just like, man, put some makeup on me and throw some fucking glitter on my eyelashes and let's do this shit." Just don't take yourself. I just like how he doesn't take himself seriously in those moments. It's just let's do it, man. I guess it's okay, to have that attitude when you're charging $300 for a cup of coffee. When you're making money like that, got a lot of reasons to be happy. Damn, 52.5 fantasy score. Holy shit. So we're looking at the over on her points and rebounds at 37. We're also looking at the over on Courtney Williams rebounds and assists. And then also Oh my God. I'm hitting every key except for the L. What the fuck? We're looking at Kelsey Plum's PA, her points and assists at 25. So those are 3 overs we can look into using props.cash. What I see here? What's up, Jay Work? Tacos. Yeah, tacos. Yeah, let's talk about the tacos. Yeah, let's talk about that. So Lugo goes over, but Lugo got rocked, man. What did he finish with? Fantasy points. Because we took the over on this taco at 2.5 strikeouts. That was just a little too low, right? Even though the matchup was like a little shitty because the Guardians don't really strike out a ton. Lugo did finish with 5 strikeouts. He did allow 5 earned runs. So they just canceled each other out. You get 3 points for every strikeout, and then you get -3 points for every run earned. So he really just finished with 18 fantasy points. You don't get a quality start bonus. They didn't win. So just 18 fantasy points for Seth Lugo. I think his prop was at 28.5. So he did go over Taco, and he did go over original line of 4.5, I think. And then we had Alyssa Thomas. Man, that one stung. Now, I did take the under on her full game, like her original line in one slip. Unfortunately, I just had 2 plays chalk in that slip, so it didn't matter. I didn't make any money off that one, but I did play the taco and original line against each other, and it worked. It just didn't net profit because of the other plays, but that 25 was a huge discount down from 32. Wow. I was like, dude, that's I'm more interested in the under on her original line. I didn't play Jewel Lloyd, like I mentioned earlier. I just didn't feel like playing the slip. What was left on the board, I didn't really like. A lot of lines were bumped and shit by then. Those late WNBA games, I mean, you got like 1 game left and you're forced to just take plays. I don't know. I know people out there do make money on those types of plays because they're on the PrizePicks dashboard all the time and just like looking for value. But unfortunately, yesterday I did not go that route. Any value on WNBA? We're about to find out. Gilbert. I like the unders on WNBA so far. Yeah, 18 fantasy points vibes. Yeah. He literally all his runs and all his strikeouts got canceled out by the earned runs allowed. So 5 strikeouts, 5 earned runs. They basically cancel each other out. You're just trading one for the other. That sucks. Let's see here. Yeah, let's take a look at these 3 plays. Actually, three-point combo kind of worked out for us last time. We talked about 2. One hit, the other one didn't. So obviously the most attractive ones are the lower lines, like the 4.5, 5s. The 5s have been bumped up already. You see Kia Nurse in both of these. She's in multiple slips. McBride's in multiple plays. Plum's in multiple plays. But if Kia Nurse is in both of these and there's only separated by 0.5, you still need, I mean, you need 5 here, 5 gets you a push. If she's projected for 3, because that's what I feel like she's projected for 3. If she's in multiple plays, McBride's projected for 2. We haven't even looked into this. We'll look into it in a second. But if she's projected for 3, Plum hits 2. That's a push. If Plum hits 3, that gives you the over. We're hoping that Plum has a good scoring night if we're looking at the over on her points and assists. So I'm just trying to figure out how this can correlate. Let's throw let's just throw these two in and we'll look at them over on props.cash and see if we can find some correlation between Plum's points and assists and also her threes. Let's go. All right, let's look at A'ja Wilson's points and rebounds. Sitting at 37.5. That's some players' PRA. That's some players' fantasy score. It's her points and rebounds. So over her last 5 games this season, over her first 5 games this season, probably. How many games have they played in the season so far? Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, almost. Okay. So yeah, 5 is still a good sample size. I mean, they've played 6 games so far. We can look at the last 5 out of those 6. So it's still pretty relevant. All right, she's gone over in 2 games. She's hooked it in 1 game. She's been under in 2. I think the issue with her is the fact that the Aces just kick the shit out of everybody. So by the time the 3rd, 4th quarter rolls around, is she even on the damn court? Holy shit. She's playing the entire 3rd quarter here. And then I guess you can say she's taking her foot off the gas. So her second half PRA, it should be in that 19.5 to 21.5 range. It looks like a lot of this damage is done in the 3rd quarter. And in the 4th quarter, there's a bit of a drop off. First half, off to a little bit of a slower start. So you're not really seeing a quick start in the 1st quarter, or in the first half, I should say. So 2nd and 4th quarter don't really look like huge outputs for her. 1st and 3rd, she seems to start. So like if you think about it, the 3rd quarter is the 1st quarter of the 2nd half. So like she's kind of setting the tone in those quarters. If you can figure out a way how to correlate this information into like a 2nd half play, you already know that she comes alive in the 3rd quarter, as most superstars will, and then damage is done, and by the 4th quarter you're not really seeing a whole lot of them. So yeah, in those games where she's going over, not going over her lines, you know, we can look at her minutes in the 2nd half and figure out, you know, what's going on there. I think that's the only hesitation on her, is just the Aces are so good that she doesn't always hit her line. Projected today for 39.8, so that obviously is much larger than the line. You're not going to get a lot of action on these alternate lines like PA, PR. The WNBA or the books don't really take a lot of action on those. You'll see more action on points. You see all these different books that like her points, whether it's for the under or over, but they're all taking action on her points. You're going to see a few more books that take action on the PRA. When I say take action, I don't mean just have lines. I mean have actual lines that you can play. -137, -115. Those are just split. They almost just don't exist at that point. So you're looking for lines with some discrepancy in them. So yeah, it's hard to get a read on PR just by looking at the books, but projections are in favor. Numbers against this team, when she plays Dallas, she has gone over in just 3 out of those 10 games. Dallas is not the same team this season. They're down a couple of players. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. If you have any hesitation on this one, then honestly, just look to play her second half. Look to play her second half PRA. That could be in play. All right. Let's see. Courtney Williams. So we're going to look at Courtney Williams' rebounds and assists. I believe it was her rebounds and assists are sitting at 11.5. Man, she has crushed this shit. Last 2 games versus the LA Sparks. Over her last 5 games, she has hooked it, gone over, and then under in 3. Today on her RA, FanDuel likes the over, and then PrizePicks is always going to give you these numbers. So we talked, remember, I don't know if you remember or not, talk about the reason lines bump is because that they're no longer balanced and even. PrizePicks' job, underdog and whoever, wherever else you play, their job is to keep the line as even as possible. So think of it like a seesaw, right? It's just like right there in the middle. If you got 2 people that weigh about the same, there's like right there in the middle, right? And then you put fat bastard on one end and that shit does that. And that's when you see the lines move, because PrizePicks' job is to keep it in that 50-50 range. So as soon as they see that juice come in to one side, they're like, nope, got to fix it. So they bump it down, they bump it up, and that's what keeps it going. So you're always going to see minus 137 or whatever for PrizePicks. You're never going to see it favor the over or the under on PrizePicks. So that's why you have to look at these other books. We only have one data point to look at for FanDuel. They do like the over on Courtney Williams. Rebounds and assists. Her projection today for rebounds and assists is at 10.72, so it's right under that line of 11.5. I do like the fact that she has hit this in her last 2 games versus the Sparks. So there you go. Kelsey Plum, we're going back to Vegas. Oh, that's why are we not able to look at that? Oh, because I have that in there. All right, Kelsey Plum, we're looking at the over on points and assists today at 25.5. Head-to-head matchup with the Wings. She's gone over in 70% of her last 10 now. In 5 of her first 6 games to start the year off, she's gone over this line in just 2 games, but she's hooked it in 1. This is the same thing we talked about with Asia Wilson. So aces are so good. It is just like an embarrassment of riches in Vegas. So there might be games where Plum goes off. There's games where Young goes off. There's the games where Wilson goes off. So this really is not a reflection of her skill set or talent. It's a reflection of her on this badass team that just is too talented. So it's hard to get a read on that, like who's popping off today. Now, we could just look to her points. We wanted to look at her threes today. So the prop with her and Kayla McBride and Kia Nurse. So 4.5 threes for Plum and McBride. I feel like that might be in play because her minus 190 to go over 2.5. That's basically saying 3. She's hit 3 in her last 4 out of 5 games. Looking at her first 6 games of the season, she's gone over in basically all but 1. Okay. Her numbers against the Wings, she's a perfect 3 or more in all these games against the Dallas Wings. So between her and Kayla McBride, you need 5. So I think we can say we get 3 from Plum. And then Kayla McBride. Can Kayla McBride give you 2? Her numbers against the Sparks are not good, but over the course of the year, here's your first game right here. So 5 out of the 7 games, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. So 5 out of the 8 games so far this year, she's giving you 3 or more. In her last 5 games, she's giving you 4 or more in 3 of those games. So she goes out there and gets you 2. Plum gets you 3. There's the over on that one. I really like that one. And it does correlate with Plum. The better Plum does with her threes, the closer you get to the over on her points and assists, right? You can leverage that. You can also look to Kia Nurse and Kelsey Plum. Kia Nurse and Plum's prop is at 5. Last 5 games for Kia Nurse, not the best. I like what I'm seeing more for Kayla McBride. However, the odds are really in favor of the over for Nurse. In her head-to-head games with the Sparks, she has gone over in 2 out of 4 games. In this one, you would need Kia Nurse to give you at least 2. 3 from each of them gets you the over. Or Kelsey Plum can go out there and hit all 6 threes like she did in that one game. But in my opinion, the McBride and Kelsey Plum play is the better of the two because it is the lower line, and we're getting really favorable odds for both of these players. And they're both bombing away from 3. I mean, my bad. I just realized what I did there. Kelsey Plum and Kia Nurse, it's Kia Nurse and Kayla McBride, not Kelsey Plum. So that was a little too good to be true, right? I just broke down a play that didn't exist. So my bad, everybody. Kia Nurse and Kayla McBride, it's still a low line, but obviously it's not as appealing as Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride. Damn it, that would have been a good one. This one is still in play though. We like Kayla McBride threes. So you're looking at 3 and 2 for these 2 players. Plum and Kia Nurse is in play, I think, mainly due to Kelsey Plum's history against Dallas. So she goes out there and gets you 3 or more. I think this one has a chance. But damn it, I really thought we had Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride in a play. That would have been ideal. That's too good to be true. The books are not that generous today. So, damn. Asia Wilson over. If you don't like the over on her full game, you can also look to the over on her second half. Courtney Williams over her rebounds and assists. And then Plum over points and assists. And trying to figure out some correlation between these players here. Does Kelsey Plum have a point prop with anybody? No, she does not. So it's just the 3-point prop. The only other 3-point prop she has is the Ungabawale. And that is in the same game. So ideally, you would just need them to go back and forth, like tit for tat. Ungabawale is minus 165 to go under threes, though. So that's like 2 threes. Okay, if she gets you 2 threes, she's projected for 3, but the odds don't really favor that at all. I mean, she gets you 2 threes, and then Kelsey Plum goes out there and gets you 4. That's only 6. So Kelsey Plum would need to get you 5. If Kelsey Plum went out there and got you 5, and Ungabawale got you 2, there's the over. But shit, if you think Kelsey Plum gets you 5 threes, then just play the other prop with her and Kia Nurse, because that's the majority of that prop will be done by Kelsey Plum's threes anyway. So maybe even look to take the under on this 3-point prop, because if Ongabawale doesn't get you 3 threes, that one might be really hard to go over, even if Plum does pop off for 5. But if she pops off for 5, then just take this shit, because she's already pushing it by herself, and then anything that Kia Nurse gives you is the over. So I like this one a little bit more now that we looked at this one. Maybe the under on this prop, the over on this prop. You could take the over on this McBride and Nurse also. That's a lot of WNBA breakdown right there. As the most we've ever broken down for the WNBA, I think, by far. Wave Lord, you like the Nurse McBride combo at 4.5? Fuck that taco. So did Jewel Lloyd hit her taco? Oh, Lloyd Assist was cash, but Lugo Fantasy sold that one, and then Flaherty, however the fuck you say his name, 4 strikeouts and sold another one. Look at Jackie Young's combo 3s. Okay, so if Lexi Brown is out, then does that open up more minutes for Kia Nurse? Let's look at that one. Well, let's see if we can find out anything on the injury report. All right, so Lexi Brown, game time decision. Clarendon, concussion. She's probably out. Yeah, if Lexi Brown is out, what if we took Lexi Brown out and then looked at Kia Nurse over her last 10 games played without Lexi Brown, averaging 1.5 threes. In her last 5 games played without Lexi Brown, she's averaging 2. Is it the same with and without? Nah. So her average did go up over her last 5 games. What about minutes? If we took out Lexi Brown and looked at Kia Nurse's minutes in 5 games, last 5 games played without Brown, Nurse's minutes have been at 21. It's a really low line. And then with Lexi Brown, minutes have gone up. Averaging 11 points. Those are really bad games. Those are really, really bad games. 11 in the last 5, and then without. So yeah, the points look to be about the same. The threes did go up a little bit. The minutes went down. It could just be matchup. It could just be blowouts. You know, it doesn't have any correlation. If a player's out and your team is up by 20, you know, it's going to look like you're getting less minutes when that player gets hurt or when they're out. It could just be the fact that you took care of business and you didn't need to play the entire game. It's hard to tell with just that information. This Jackie Young and Ongabawale. So Jackie Young and Ongabawale at 5 3-pointers made. So we already talked about Ongabawale needing at least 2. She's projected for about 2. Minus 165 to go under her 3.5 3-point prop. 3.5 seems a little high. But she's projected for about 2 based off these numbers. So if she got you 2, Jackie Young would need to get you 3, gets you to push. Jackie Young would need 4 if Ongabawale got you 2. And Jackie Young would need to get you 3 if Ongabawale got you 3. Projected for 1.81, and then her threes today. Hard Rock is favoring the under. It's okay if they favor the under at 2.5 because we're looking at the combo. So again, if she got you 2 and Ongabawale got you 3, that's still 5. You do need 6 for this one to hit. You're just getting really heavy juice. I feel like the push for that one is there. At 4.5, these are locks. I think my favorite one out of all these is this Kelsey Plum and Kia Nurse. And then just because it's the lowest line, this prop right here with Nurse and McBride, just because there is no push potential. The combination of 2 and 3 gets you the over. So these are my 2 favorite. Man, I would love a Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride prop. That would be dope. That's an over all day long. But that's why it's not on the board, because it's too good. All right, let's clear this out. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat. Oh, Jewel Lloyd hooked? Really? How did she hook? What was her line? You think Monique can get 8 rebounds versus the Aces? Let's look at Monique Billings rebounds and then De La Cruz over bases. Let's find out. What's Spencer Schwellenbach's demon? 5.5. Man, his demon strikeout prop might be in play just because the matchup is so good for him. The Boston Red Sox strike out a ton. Now, they can't put up 11 fucking runs on you, but they strike out a ton. That one might be in play. That one's interesting to me. I'm gonna need to dig into different resources to figure out like what this guy brings to the table, because he has limited information on props.cash. I might have to dig into like some ESPN shit or some minor league shit. All right, over 1.5 total bases for De La Cruz. He also has a demon prop of 2.5. Let's figure out if this one is in position to hit the over. If you ran these 2 in a 2-pick, it does get you 3x. Let's see. Luka Kyrie DY all over RA. How about that Jason Tatum point prop? I don't know, man. Something tells me that one might go over. Luka, Kyrie, Derek White. I think the Celtics fans should cheer Kyrie Irving. I think they should cheer him. I think they should give him like a fucking video montage, whatever. And I think that'll throw his shit off a little bit. I feel like he 100% expects to get booed and be called names, and which to me is stupid, because I feel like you're just playing into that whole villain role. He probably feeds off that shit. But if you like gave him a dozen roses before the game and, you know, gave him like a gift, a fruit basket or something, and his whole mindset would be messed up. He'd be like, what? That's what I would do. I would just fuck with him a little bit. These are professional athletes, man. You think this is the first time they've ever been booed? Like, give me a break. They've been getting booed and shit since they were like 4 years old, man. They're so locked into what they do. It always makes me laugh too when players are at the free throw line and fans are like, that shit doesn't work, bro. Like, that's what they practice. This is what they get paid for. That shit is so stupid to me. I feel like just do the opposite. What if the whole arena went silent at a free throw, and you can literally hear the ball bouncing off the court as he's dribbling it, whoever's there, right? That gets into your head a little bit more. I would literally just pay the crowd to just shut the fuck up. That's what I would do. Boo! You stink! And then the insults are so stupid too. You're an unpleasant person to be around. Stupid shit. Find out some shit that nobody else knows, like, you failed the 3rd grade because you read at a 2-year-old level. Then that's like, whoa, how did I know about that? I didn't even tell anybody. How do you know? How do you know I was illiterate up until the age of 9? Holy shit. You know, that's how you mess with people, man. All right. Let's look at some rebounds and assists for these dudes. 8.5 for Kyrie Irving. So, look, the sample sizes on these are always going to be different in the playoffs because you're playing more minutes, your usage is up. So really all we have is the playoffs. Looking at what people did against the team in the regular season means absolutely nothing to me, because what you did in March doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. So all we got is the playoffs. All right. Three out of 5 games. Pretty strong percentage against Minnesota. These last 5 games. Last 10 playoff games, 60%. That's a strong hit rate. Not everything is going to be 70, 80, 90%. So not everything's 14 rebounds and assists per game. This 9 to 10 is where he's living. If Kyrie Irving goes out and hits this with 9, I guarantee you that his line for the second game is going to be 9.5. It's going to get bumped up. This is the lowest it'll be all series. If you like the over, just play it now. I don't think it's going to get any lower than this. He's projected for 9. I think he'll always be projected for 9. That's just the range he operates in. The odds really don't like this one, so you have a decision to make. You take the over based off projections and just based off history in the playoffs, or you pay attention to the odds and just play the odds. To me, it's just either or. There's not a whole lot to think about with this one. It's not a matter of being right or wrong. Just it's about what you think is going to happen. If you don't like this one, then just stay away from it. But I've said this in previous streams. As we get deeper and deeper into the playoffs, the lines get tighter and tighter because the books know, the pick'em sites know, there's no other game in town. You have to play this game. There is no other team to play. It's just 2 teams left. And the further we get into the finals, the playoffs, and we're at our furthest point, expect these lines to get tighter and tighter, and expect them to get bumped up a lot at some point based off player performance. 9 is Derek White's number. This one's gotten bumped down because all that juice coming into the under on FanDuel. Boom. 8.5 on DraftKings, 8.5 on Caesars, 8.5 on BetMGM. Go play it on one of those go play it on one of those books first. because you only need 9. If Derek White gets you 9 on PrizePicks, he only gets you a push. So you still need 10 from Derek White today. Now, it is something he's done in 5 out of his last 10 playoff games. The reason I say what a team did in a regular season doesn't mean anything is for this right here. If you like the over on Derek White tomorrow against the Mavericks in the finals, are you really paying attention to this? It doesn't matter. You can make a case and say, oh, I like the under on it, and say, see, this is why I like the under. It does matter, but it doesn't really. You can't pay attention to this if you like the over for tomorrow, because that's the opposite. So what they did in a regular season, who cares, man? Who fucking cares? Recent is what you want to look at. Last 5 games in the playoffs, 80% hit rate. Last 10 games in the playoffs, 56% hit rate. Derek White's going to fuck around and win finals MVP if he keeps playing like that. That's my big take. If the Celtics win this series, Derek White's going to be finals MVP. I'm going out on a limb. I think that's a pretty decent take because he's surrounded by big talent. But that's my take. Finals MVP, Derek White. All right. Take the over on that one. Now, this one can get lower. So, like, if Derek White comes out and only gives you 7 or 8, then you would expect his number to get bumped down to 8.5 for game 2. And that might not be the worst thing. 8.5 is a really strong number. When you look at 8.5 right now, wherever you can find it, all 3 of these books like the over. Not even close. Luka over rebounds and assists. He's 2 for 2 in the regular season. What does that mean? It means nothing. It means he's capable of this and he's also capable of that. Over his last 5 playoff games, 50% in his last 5 playoff games, or 40% in his last 5 playoff games. Last 10 playoff games, 60%. Again, if you like the over for Thursday, then obviously this doesn't matter to you and you don't care about what he did in the last 5 games, right? So what are you basing it off of? Matchup and odds. Which is why I always say, if you're ever in question, side with the odds, because the odds are across the industry and have a bigger impact. 17.5 at minus 130, 115. Caesars minus 125. BetMGM favoring the under. So you're getting a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's not unanimous. Not every book is slamming the over on this one. If it is over, it's, you know, it's not such a huge discrepancy. You're not seeing a minus 140, 145 on these plays. Projected to tomorrow for 17. It's hard to look at the unders for some of these players because you know they're going to be on the court for 40 plus minutes. Last 5 games, Luka averaged 40 minutes. I would say there's possibility of him playing upwards of 43, 44 minutes. There is no next round. That's it. Like, you got 6 months to just chill the fuck out and recover and heal and all that stuff. So I would expect, I don't know how many more minutes you can play, but I mean, I would expect that 40 to be the floor for these guys in the finals. All right. De La Cruz, total base prop, And then we got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Little disappointing. De La Cruz. Only 2 hits in this series. This game is being played in Colorado. Six total bases. 1 home run. That's a better game than the other game, right? 1 hit for a double. Colorado is sometimes can be a mirage where you want to see those big scoring games and you expect 10-8 kind of scores. Sometimes you get like 1-0 kind of games in Colorado. So this could be like him heating up, double, home run. What's next? So looking at total bases today, 1.5. I think that's in play. His demon prop is at 2.5. In order for him to get 2.5, he needs 2 hits. And one of those hits needs to be a extra base hit. So a single and the double, a triple and a single. Well, if you get the triple, then he's over, right? But a home run would also get it done. Today, his home run odds at plus 390. Oof, that's brutal. Yeah, so I think total bases are in play at 1.5. You can take a shot on his demon prop. I would only take a shot on his demon prop if you see him getting you an extra base hit, because he doesn't get you multiple hits very often, you know? So when he does get you 2 hits, you know, what is that? He got you 2 singles. That still wouldn't get it done for the demon prop. So if you're playing the over on his demon prop, which you need 3 total bases, you're only playing the over on his demon prop if you feel he can get you a home run. Really, that's it. Because he's not hitting very many triples. And a double, if he just gets you 1 double today, that still doesn't get it done. So he needs to get you a double and a single or a home run. That's it. So you can take a shot on his demon bases, but the OG line at 1.5 is a pretty good one. All right, last play I think was going to be this Monique Billings rebound prop. Looking at her rebounds today versus the Aces, at 8.5, you're getting heavy juice to the under. I mean, heavy juice to go under 8.5, but this feels like this is 8. Her projection today is 8. When we bring it down to 8, you can see that she's giving you 8 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. So she's living in that 8 rebound range. I think 8 rebounds is in play. However, her numbers against the Aces have been really bad. 5 games of getting you 5 or less. She hasn't even come close to this. Now, all these games are from previous seasons. Over her last 5 games, we've seen these rebounds double up. I mean, 15 is damn near double 8. This gets it done. That's a bad game. No other book has this at 8, so we don't really have a sample line. DraftKings really likes it at 7.5 at minus 150. So minus 150 to me is definitely 8. I don't know if minus 150 equals 9. Probably equals like 8.4, 8.5, something like that. Unfortunately, you don't get 0.4 rebounds. So she either has to get you 8 or 9. Now, minus 150 says she gets you 8. So I think the push is in play. You just have to figure out if that means 9 to you. It's hard. It's hard to figure that out on your own, but I think 8's in play. You can throw that in a flex, and at the very worst, she pushes and you don't really get hurt. But in the event she does get you 9, then you go over. All right. Billings, I think it's a push. 8's in play. Yes, total basis for Ellie De La Cruz is in play. Also, you can look to his Demon total base prop at 2.5, but only if you feel like he hits a home run or gets you multiple hits. One of those multiple hits has to be a double. 2 singles does not get it done for the Demon prop. Luka over rebounds and assists. I think he plays 42 minutes, some shit like. I see all these dudes play big minutes. All these guys play huge minutes. Kyrie Irving is probably in the best position to go over because his line hasn't been bumped up yet. Derek White's in a position to go over, but if he does have a struggle game, then I think we see his line bump down in game 2 to 8.5, and then that's where you just, as soon as that line hits the dashboard, you just put it in a slip at 8.5. That's the best line. Yep. All right. Derek White plus 3,500 odds to win Finals MVP. I'd play that, man. I can't play it in Texas, but I'd play that for sure. I don't even think that's like, you're not saying, it's not like you're picking Derek Lively or Peyton Pritchard to win MVP. You mean Derek White is a starter. Derek White's been the MVP for the Celtics this fucking playoff series. The whole playoff for me, in my opinion. I don't see him just like all of a sudden just forgetting how to play basketball. Man, what a good pickup that was. What a good pickup that was. This is kind of cool. So PrizePicks updated this. So obviously, you know, the stars mean more, but every time you have a star icon in your slip, you are getting a 10% boost that will be given back to you in promo funds. However, the catch is that you have to have a perfect slip. So all of these slips have to hit in order for you to get a payout boost. I don't know. Can you just play 4 demons and star play and get a perfect slip and get a payout boost like that? Probably have to play around with that a little bit more, but I don't see any fine print that says you have to play original lines. I think you could put them all in a demon slip. Or goblin slip. Are there no goblins? Doesn't even have to be NBA. You could put any 4 goblin plays in there. It doesn't even have to be from the NBA. It could be any sport. Maybe play around with that. The 10% you get back, I think the 10% is based off your entry fee, or is it win amount? It's not that much. So it's not like you're getting over on the system exactly, but if you want to play around with that, that's another option. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's live stream. We covered a ton of plays in today's stream. I'll share my Kyrie Irving promo better slip in the Discord. We did build out a slip today, and we got it in before some lines moved. So if you're just checking this out, if you're just joining the stream, or if you've just been on the stream the last 10, 15, 20 minutes, here's the slip that we played. Josh Naylor got removed from the board. You can play his goblin or demon prop, but we got it 1.5 under total bases. Vinny Pasquantino under 1.5 total bases. Nas has been bumping up and down. Started out at 25.5, got bumped down to 24, got bumped up to 25, then it got bumped back down. So we locked it in under at 25, under on experative 25.5 kills. Schwellenbach taking the over on the strikeouts matchup with Boston today is a good one. And I might be willing to play the over on his Demon strikeouts at 5.5 because the matchup is good. I got to figure out how many innings he's scheduled to pitch. And then Riley Green over hits, runs, RBIs, put $10 on it, 25x. We have a potential payout of 250. If we get 5 out of 6, that's a double up. And then if we only get 4 out of 6, that is a loss because we're down $6, but you do get a little bit of that back. So not a complete loss, but it's definitely not profit. It's not profit. You didn't win anything. You still lost $6. But hopefully we don't have to worry about that and we can cash out on a double up or a perfect slip. But that's what we built out earlier. You're more than welcome to tell that. I don't even know if I should share this in the Discord anymore because you can't really play this original slip. But if you just want to play what's left of it, be my guest. So that's what we built out today on the stream, along with a bunch of different player props we covered. That's it. Game 1 of the finals. Unfortunately, I cannot do a live stream tomorrow. Thursdays are very busy in the morning for me. I get pulled away. So unfortunately, I cannot do a live stream tomorrow morning. It is possible to possibly do a live stream tomorrow afternoon. I can float around with some times. If you are available in the afternoon, then just keep your notifications on. Because if I do throw something up, it'll be for the afternoon. And maybe we can break some stuff down and get ready for the first game of the NBA Finals. But it's possible. So appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate the support. Hit the like button on your way out. Yeah, if you want to play that Derek White to win Finals MVP at plus 3,500 odds, go ahead. I think he has a solid chance of getting that, to be honest with you. If the Celtics are able to win this series, I think it'll be large part due to Derek White's play, for sure. All right, keep your notifications turned on. If I decide to do a live stream tomorrow, it will be in the afternoon, getting ready for the NBA Finals Game 1. So be on the lookout for that. But best of luck to you all. Hope all your player props respect the damn coin. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, I'll definitely see you Friday morning for another Player Prop Talk live. And that's it. Until that live stream or tomorrow's live stream, good luck. Chavez is out.